everyone, and welcome back to Ask Moms. As we always remind everyone, we are not professionals, but we can certainly share our experience and remind you that you're awesome. If you feel you need professional support, however, please reach out to a qualified medical expert. We talk all things motherhood, the good, the tough, and everything in between. And today, we're talking about something every parent sees, but doesn't always know how to handle. We're diving into kids and perceived failure, right?
Yes.
What it really teaches them, how it shapes their confidence, and how they can learn to work through those big emotions. Wow, big topic.
I know. And it was really how we were raised to look at failure.
Yes.
So there was nothing positive in failure when we were growing up. So
right. And even if the parents were cheerleaders, the communication didn't come across that failure is part of learning, right?
yeah.
Like
No,
they
there
didn't
was
know
no-
how. They didn't.
Yeah.
They weren't deep thinkers
No.
so much
Yeah.
back when we were kids. It was kind of like,
Failure, just the word alone can make your stomach twist.
mm-hmm.
So when you watch your child fail, and you always feel that instant urge to fix it, right?
Yep,
Totally.
100%.
So what if that moment right there, that one that you want to fix, is actually the most important part of their growth? What if not fixing it right away is actually what helps them the most? So this is a hard moment, something not difficult to wrap our heads around,
Yeah.
but we're going to talk about it because everything in you just wants to jump in and make better. Don't.
No. Oh my gosh, you're so right, Kim. Actually, as you're going through that, I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember, like, you want to make them just so happy.
Yeah.
Right? So, of course, as parents, our instincts are that we want to protect our children from disappointment or heartache and the sting of a setback. So, and yet, failure is not only inevitable, come on, let's face it,
Oh, yeah.
right? It's essential.
Of course.
So it's how we learn, grow, and develop resilience, a great attribute to have. We're going to unpack how to help our children and ourselves, in our opinion,
Yes.
right? We're not
Yes.
psychologists,
No, that's
but
right.
in our opinion.
Yes.
And we're going to navigate failure with grace, empathy, and empowerment. We'll talk about encouragement, fostering a growth mindset, maybe how they can learn to move through it in a healthy way,
Yeah.
the delicate balance between support and independence.
Mm-hmm.
Because you still want to support them.
Yes.
You want
And
to
we
like
will.
throw them in the lions.
No.
And maybe even some practical tools you can start using today.
Yeah. Well said.
Thank you.
Because failure for kids and us isn't just a small moment. It feels big.
Mm.
And those are big feelings. Whether it's messing up in a game, struggling at school, not making the team, that's pretty overwhelming feelings. And those are the moments when kids can either shut down or start building resilience. So think about that. Because failure for kids feels big. It's not just oops, try again. It's disappointment, embarrassment, frustration, all rolled into one big, messy feeling.
Aw. And yet it's one of the most important experiences for the growth, right? Like they have to, unfortunately, feel that
Of course.
to work through it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about it. What do kids learn from failure?
So there's this quote by Michael Jordan
I
that
love this, by the way.
I know. It always sticks with me. So he said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
Keep trying.
Yeah,
I love that one.
me too.
Because it really flips the way we think about failure, right? It's not separate from success. It's part of it.
Of course. And that's what kids are learning when they fail. They're learning persistence, problem solving, and how to keep going even when something doesn't work.
Yeah. And also that effort doesn't always lead to immediate results. That's a hard lesson, but such an important one.
Mm-hmm. Now, there are some ways you can set up little mini challenges that don't take a super long time to learn, like low stakes challenges. Make some activities explicitly designed for the kids to fail, experiment, or try out new ideas. Like, for example, art. Try drawing using only your non-dominant hand. Or in sports, let's see who can bounce the ball in a new tricky way. So these kinds of things encourage exploration rather than performance anxiety. So they're, they might not do it perfectly right off the bat, but they're going to learn something through not doing it perfect.
And as parents, we have to, point that out, help them to see that.
Yeah.
So, like, what does failure feel like for kids?
Yeah.
And also that effort doesn't always lead to immediate results. That's a hard lesson, but such an important one.
Yeah.
And as parents, we have to point that out, be proactive, help them to see that. What failure feels like for kids, and let's talk about how it actually feels for kids in the moment.
Yeah.
They might feel embarrassed, frustrated, or even start thinking, I'm just not good at this. And that's where we have to be really careful, because those moments can shape how they see themselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no pressure, parents.
Yeah, no. So maybe put a poster of Michael Jordan on the wall. So you can kind of look at that and go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, remember that 9,000 shots.
That's a lot of shots, right? Kids often feel that mix of strong physical sensations when they fail, including, like you just said, a sinking or heavy feeling in the chest or stomach, tightness in the throat, a racing heart, flushed face or warmth, sweaty palms, shallow or fast breathing, and muscle tension like your shoulders and neck. So they may also feel tiredness and sometimes nausea or headaches. So these are a lot of different body signals that are reflecting stress, disappointment, embarrassment, or anxiety.
Oh, my God.
That's a lot.
It's too much.
Yeah, we feel it too. We go through it.
So one of the things that first comes into my mind is to try and be proactive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever they're getting involved in, you can almost anticipate, quote unquote failure, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to miss those shots,
Of course.
or they're going to fall, or whatever they're doing. So if you're proactive, you can say, hey, if you're playing basketball, remember Jordan, 9,000 shots.
That's right.
Do your best. You're going to make some great shots, but you're going to miss.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
Yes.
So, don't be too sad when that happens. Just be a little proactive on that.
Yeah, I like that.
Also at this time, you can emphasize the effort and strategy, not the outcome of the activity. So celebrate the process over the product. Praise their problem solving, their creativity, their persistence, or them trying different approaches. Like ask, what did you learn by trying this, instead of, did you win? You can also build reflection into the activity they just finished. So guide your kids to think and say, hey, what worked? Let them think about that. What was tricky? And let them think about that. And what would you try differently next time? So this reflection turns any setback into the learning experiences rather than moments of perceived failure.
Yeah. So, and when a child struggles to cope after failing, parents should watch for lasting withdrawal, intense sadness or anger. I mean, we don't know how they feel inside. We know our kids, but you don't know them internally all the time, right? Physical symptoms, like you just said, and stomach aches or sleep changes, decline in school or avoidance of activities. I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Persistent self-blame. It was all my fault that we scored, they scored the winning goal or whatever. Oh, I know. Or perfectionism. Any talk or signs of self-harm. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Respond by calmly validating feelings, naming body sensations, teaching a simple breathing skill, praising effort and small steps, keeping those routines, and getting professional help if symptoms persist over 2 weeks, or if however you feel they should go.
Yeah.
Or if there's any immediate safety concern, like this is real.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So again, that proactiveness.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't come down so hard on themselves if they can anticipate that this might happen and it's normal.
Right. Help prepare them.
Yeah. And then that way, too, as they get older, they're going to say, oh, my parents are just saying that to make me feel better or whatever. Like I'm a loser, right? But if you're proactive and say, hey, use examples.
Yeah.
This Jordan guy, blah, 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 or whatever.
Exactly.
So, give yourself a break sometimes.
100%.
Before they go in there.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents.
I like that. And also, do you remember sometimes at sports games, you would hear, like somebody would miss a shot, of course, because we're not all perfect. We're not robots.
Right.
And then somebody would yell and say, oh, you made us lose the game.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that.
No.
That's really hurtful and mean.
And there again, proactiveness, right? Mm-hmm. So that's on them for that
Yeah,
because nobody's perfect.
that's right.
So would you say that to say, you put
Yeah.
it back to them?
Yeah.
Like if Joe Blow let it go, and how would you feel?
Exactly.
You want them to feel better.
Yeah.
So that's on them, not
That's
you.
right. One team's going to win.
Yeah.
You
It'll
know.
be your turn next
Yeah.
time or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Not everything's a tie.
Yeah.
So here's also a nice.
That's really good, Kim. That's a good point.
So, I like my quotes. Here's a great one from Albert Einstein. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Bam.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this in the ring too. At a competition or race or whatever, however this works, everyone is a winner. Everybody wins a prize. Right? I mean, that seems to be the way it is a lot of times.
Yeah.
That can help kids feel included and build their self-esteem. It also risks giving a false sense of reality and may reduce motivation. A better approach is to recognize effort, improvement, and teamwork, teaching children that trying hard and learning from mistakes is just as important as winning. Imagine playing a board game like Monopoly and everybody wins. Why bother?
And to complement what you just said, that goes back to all the good attributes.
Yes.
You're teaching them resilience. You're teaching them patience.
Yes.
Forgiveness.
Yeah.
That a well-rounded kid.
Exactly.
Yeah, good for you, Kim.
So
Here's the proactive approach that I love and I so believe in. Give them examples. Okay? So I'm going back to proactive again, sorry. Yeah, give them examples like you just did with the Jordan, but make it applicable to maybe what they're doing at the time,
Yeah.
right? If you can. It's such a powerful message for kids. Mistakes aren't proof that they're not capable. They're proof that they're trying,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And let them feel their emotions too. And this is why I feel this proactive thing is so helpful because they're going to have emotions. You can't tell them not to feel something.
Yeah.
They will. But
Of
it's how
course.
they manage through those emotions.
That's right.
Help them manage through.
Yes.
So in those emotional moments when a child is upset after failing, what really matters most?
Exactly.
Right.
So you got to let them feel it, acknowledge it, and help them acknowledge, don't rush in to fix it. Don't brush it off, just allowing those emotions to exist.
Yeah. Which is so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Because our instinct is to, feel it for them and look for ways to make them feel better.
Yeah.
That's just who we are,
Of course.
We love our kids.
Yeah. And we know what it feels like, so we don't want them to feel it. But they need to.
Yeah.
I get that. And sometimes what they need more is something, if you can say something like, that was really hard.
Yeah.
I can so see you're upset and why you're upset.
Yeah.
Because this lets them know that their feelings are valid.
Yeah.
Acknowledge it.
I agree 100% with that. And when kids feel understood or can relate,
Yeah.
right, they're not alone.
Exactly.
They calm down faster and can start to process what happened,
Yeah, exactly.
naming feelings and understanding them.
Yeah. So they see that, no, it's not just me, that you understand how I'm feeling.
Yeah, or how they're feeling.
Or,
they
sorry,
understand
yes,
themselves, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But you understand how they're feeling. So that does help when somebody else says,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, and it helps them understand their own feelings.
And that it's okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So one of the most underrated skills is helping kids name those feelings.
and that can be tricky because there could be multiple emotions at the same time.
And there
you know?
probably are.
So, yeah. So, yes, when they can say, I feel frustrated or I feel embarrassed, it gives them a sense of control.
Yeah.
So, when they can name them, I agree with that.
Somehow it helps them not feel overwhelmed when you're naming and talking about these emotions. Give it a try.
It's like turning something big and confusing into something they can understand, moving toward growth.
Yeah.
So, let me think about that for a second. It's like turning something big and confusing into something they can understand, naming those emotions. It's so powerful. Once those emotions settle, that's when the learning really begins, right? Because you're in the moment, you're emotional.
Yeah.
When you can name it and you can start talking about it and managing through it,
start
then
owning it.
you've just learned something the hard way.
Yeah, and that's when these are those moments then when we can gently ask, what was the hardest part of what you just went through, what just happened, what might you try next time? It's got to be the right time though. Pick your moment, right?
You know what? That's great advice, Kim, because our brains as parents could go off in a tangent thinking so many different things that they're
Yeah.
upset about.
Yeah.
Where if they can tell us what they're actually upset about,
Yeah.
it might surprise us. It might be like one thing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't add to the fire.
That's
Let
right.
them tell you.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
Yes.
Failure is an opportunity for you to try again, but with more wisdom.
I like that.
That's a good phrase.
It's a great way to frame it for kids. It's a great way to frame it for us.
Yes.
So it's not the end.
Oh, no, not only
No.
kids.
No, you're getting information.
Yeah. Failure is an opportunity for you to try again, but with more wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You might want to reword that kind of in children so they get it, but
Yeah.
that's so true.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that being the age that we are, some things we can just see?
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
That blows my mind.
that's the experience part that
I
we
know.
went through all this. And
I know. Like it blows my mind
Yeah.
how some of these episodes that we go through as certain material, I
Yeah.
can visualize
oh, yeah.
certain things happening and where they might end up. And then we get so passionate about, avoid that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
We've lived it. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Don't go there.
love it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I agree.
It's feedback. It's part of figuring things out.
Hmm. What about when the kids want to quit? Let's talk about that moment when they just say, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Yeah. And instead of immediately pushing them to keep going, maybe we can pause and ask, what made you want to stop? Again, let's not assume,
That's right.
right? Let's
That's
let them
right.
tell us.
Yep. Because sometimes it's not about the task, it's about the feeling behind it. Let's address that.
Exactly. And once we understand that, we can help them take a small step forward instead of expecting them to jump right back in.
Yes, that's right.
So let's reframe failure. Let's talk about that. There's also something really powerful in how we talk about failure over time.
Yes. And my quotes, I have
Yes.
another one from
Yay.
Nelson. This one's from Nelson Mandela. He said, I never lose. I either win or learn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for finding that, Kim. It's I'm listening to that. It's simple, but it's so real and such an important message.
Yes.
I mean, even adults that are hard on themselves can benefit that.
Yeah.
You know, I never lose. I either win or I learn.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What a great way to look at things. No failure there.
That's right. Positive. Unless you don't learn something from something, then, that's on you.
I love how you come up with these.
Well, because that removes that idea that failure is something negative. It just becomes part of learning.
Yeah, you're right.
So how about we build long-term resilience in our little ones and ourselves? We can learn too.
Yeah. So going back, here I go, proactiveness.
Yep.
Part of the conversation is normalize failure, encourage resilience.
Yes.
And that's exactly what your quote did.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're never going to lose. You're either going to win or you're going to learn something.
Yeah, I like that.
Over time, and I think over time, these experiences really shape how kids approach challenges. Oh, this is my experience is kicking in again. I can just see if you catch them early,
Yes.
and train them this way of thinking, the heartache that
I know.
they can avoid
But we can change
or
our
try
mindset.
to avoid. Yeah.
We can change our mindset at any age. So even our age,
Yeah.
we can still change too.
Oh, I know. But
But,
I'm thinking
yeah,
all
I
the
know.
time they tormented themselves. If we can catch them before they care so
Yeah,
much
absolutely.
and build that up
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. This is us trying to fix it, but like in a proactive way.
Yeah.
They do start to understand that they can handle hard things and that they can feel disappointed, and that's okay. You can still move forward.
Yeah. Which is where real confidence comes from.
That's right. From always succeeding, but from knowing that they'll be okay even when they don't succeed.
Right. And if kids avoid failure completely, they also miss out on growth, risk taking, and learning. So if your child is struggling with failure right now, just remember this is part of something bigger. They're learning persistence. Attribute.
Yes.
They're learning resilience. They're learning how to handle life.
Yeah.
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 Which to me is what putting kids in sports and activities. Oh my God, it's so key.
Yeah.
Failure can totally feel personal, like it's a judgment on who we are. But the truth is, failure is just an event. It's not you. It happens, it stings, but it doesn't define you. Everybody fails, often more than they admit, and we don't always see these on social media. But the real power comes from expecting it, accepting it, and learning from it. Failure isn't you. It's just part of the process of you being awesome.
So, the expression failure is not an option is really misleading. Failure does happen, and when framed constructively, becomes a valuable learning opportunity. So, like we just said, it reveals gaps, builds resilience, and guides better strategies, encourages our kids to try, reflect on what went wrong, and take small next steps that will teach that setbacks are part of growth, not proof of incapability.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what we want for our kids, not perfection, but the courage to keep going. So if this episode resonated with you, please share it with another parent who might need it. Thank you for tuning in. Please connect with us at askmomstoday@gmail.com. You can find us on YouTube and also on Hunters Bay Radio 88.7 on the dial or www.muskokaradio.com. And as always, we hope that we've helped you feel empowered, heard, and supported. And please remember, moms, dads, kids, everybody, we know you're doing your best and you're not alone. So until next time, please take care of yourselves and others when you can.
You've got this.